Hi, friends. June here from Red Daisy Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm so glad to be here today at Sunday Live. It's 4 o'clock Central Time in San Antonio today, and we have the new paper pumpkin with love and gratitude to be unboxing today, and we are going to make the projects intended for the kit, and then we are going to make 2 additional alternate projects using the pieces from the 2 projects. So I'm really excited to dig into this kit. I just started playing with it this morning, so we are very beginning side of it all, and there's a lot of potential. I do want to give you a couple of announcements. I just want to remind everybody that Home for the Holidays is coming. So don't forget to get your Paper Pumpkin subscription for October all set. So, and if you have any questions about becoming a Paper Pumpkin subscriber for the October kit, then please see all the details in my comments below. If you've not heard about Paper Pumpkin before, it is a one-stop box to your door. It has everything you need in it to make the crafts that are designed for the kit. There's a full color instruction and all the details. So the only thing that you might need that is not in the kit is maybe a pair of scissors. It includes all the adhesives, a full instructions, any embellishments required. And then what I do here on Sunday Live is share alternate ideas where you can add in additional pieces to your projects if that's what you want to do. So a lot of people like to try and expand their product and make more cards with it. It is a card kit. It's going to be 8 cards, and they are adorable, y'all. They are very sparkly, and it looks like a little bit of a village scene, and so I'm super excited to see what the kit looks like. For now, that's all we know. We do know the colors that are in it. It's balmy blue, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, crushed curry, daffodil delight, lemon lolly, mossy meadow, night of navy, old olive, pecan pie, real red. And the ink spot in the kit next month is real red. So there's just 8 cards, 2 designs, 4 of each. And so I'm super excited to see what we can come up with as far as alternates go. Hi, Peggy. Thanks for joining today. I'm so glad to have you with me. And I see there's a few others watching. So please say hi and tell me you're here. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is the add-on kit that I have offered. And I'm going to put us down to the table so that you can see all those details. So myself with Christy, we have Paper Party each month for Paper Pumpkin. We've been putting together an add-on kit. And so up till now, I've just shown you this little advertisement, but I do have the actual kit now put together for you. And so I wanted to kind of show that to you. So again, you're going to get the card bases. You're going to get 2 of each, copper clay, basic white, oh goodness, pebbled path, and Lost Lagoon. And then you're going to also get a quarter pack of the tartan foil paper. And I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it has pebbled path. It's 2-sided. One is this design, the other is this design. Then you also have copper clay, again, similar design, and then also Lost Lagoon with that. So you're going to get 6 6x6 sheets in there. You're going to get the inside layer for your cards. And you're going to get a yard of this gorgeous linen thread that is in Lost Lagoon. and you're going to get a pack of the Blooming Pearls, and that's what you get in the pack. And you also get 8 envelopes. So this is just a really great kit for this month's paper pumpkin that we're going to be starting on tonight. And then in addition to that, any subscribers of Paper Pumpkin or anybody that purchases the add-on kit will get an exclusive tutorial that has 4 card designs in it that you'll only see in the tutorial. And then also you'll get a card sketch that's exclusive to that tutorial. So I'm super excited about that. There's all kinds of details about it on my Red Daisy Crafts Facebook page, and also inside the group Paper Pumpkin and Kit Hangout on Facebook. That's a private group, but anybody can join by just answering the questions. So please, if you have any interest in that, please let me know, or you can click the link and sign up for that kit. So that's going to be a really fun one. And so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our paper pumpkin and we're going to dig into this one. So if you've gotten your paper pumpkin for this month, please let me know if you've opened it. Have you already played with it? I'd love to know. Hello from Canada. It's a beautiful day today. Oh, that's so, feeling a bit fallish. That's wonderful. I wish the weather here was feeling a bit fallish. I went outside to take some pictures. I like to take my card pictures outside on this little bench I have on my front porch. And basically, it was so hot. I was out there for maybe 10 minutes and I was just a sweaty mess. So funny. Okay, so in the kit, we're getting the ink spot Lost Lagoon. And, I don't really use the ink spots when we craft because I have the big ink pads and I kind of save those. I'm thinking I'm going to use them for giveaways at some point. Oh, Peggy, you got your kit, but you haven't opened it. Oh, well, maybe you'll get it out after today. Maybe I'll encourage you or entice you. So in this kit, I'm just going to get this out so I can get the cardboard piece from it because I like to use it as a background when I show you the stamps. And so let's get that out from here. And so these are the stamps that are in the kit this month. They are really beautiful, y'all. If I could get this to focus, very good. Oh, it doesn't want to very well. But this looks like a little eucalyptus branch. I understand there might be another name that people are saying. And then this is a pumpkin, y'all, and it's from the top of the pumpkin. And so I think that's really cool. Then this is the stem that's coming out of the top of the pumpkin. And then we have some really fun sentiments in here. It says, with love and gratitude, thanks. And then we have thank you. Then we have for you, and we have grateful for you. So really beautiful images in this set. So I've already started to play a little bit. So I've got my stamps out. So I'm going to set those aside with my stamp spot. And let's see what else. So we have tear and tape. We've been getting a lot of that lately. I think it's really cool. We got mini dimensionals. I don't know if you can see that very well. We got mini dimensionals. We have some mini note cards in here. So these envelopes are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So they're kind of like enclosure cards. And then we have the note card itself, which is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So 3 1/2 by 7. So we have that to play with. And then we have a really beautiful, I don't know if you can see the texture in this paper, but it's really beautiful. It looks like linen. Um, and there's 8 of those. So 8 cards and envelopes. Then you have 8 little pouch bags that are going to be in there. And then we have the beautiful die cuts. Oh, I was like, where'd that one go? But one's already popped out. So we have pumpkins. We have gourds, pumpkins, beautiful leaves. If you can see the coloring in them, they're absolutely gorgeous. And then we have glue dots. I like them when they're larger like this. That's so nice. We have the sentiment tags for it. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have an extra 2. And then we have more die cuts that are absolutely gorgeous. And so we have that. And then we have really beautiful gold flowers, or I guess more like greenery would be. But in this pretty heavy duty like foil that is more of a satin look. It's definitely shiny, but it's more of a satin. And then there's just a paper in between to keep it all together. And so these are the projects that this kit was intended for. It makes 8 of these adorable little pouches, which are actually quite sizable. I'll tell you the size of those in a moment. And then these really sweet gift enclosure cards. So it's really a beautiful kit. And I know we're going to come up with some really lovely ideas for making alternates. And then, of course, don't forget on the back, there's always some other ideas, and there's a QR code for you to link up to and find out more about everything. The colors in this kit are copper clay, crumb cake, Lost Lagoon, mossy meadow, pebbled path, and gold. So all in all, it's going to be a really gorgeous kit. Those are fantastic fall colors. And instead of a Halloween kit this year, we have a little bit more of a fall kit. I think these would make gorgeous tablescapes on anybody's table for Thanksgiving. And and they would make sweet little gifts to say thank you to a neighbor or anybody that would be, you might be wanting to give a gift to. I was going to see if I can get my hands on it because, yeah, it is down here. I wanted to just mention that these are, this is the kit that went with this gorgeous journal that was available. So I know that these are sold out in the online store. So just be mindful in the future. The add-on kits that Stampin' Up is offering are coming out before the kit comes out. And so lots of times they sell out before the kit arrives. And so please just be mindful of that. And it's a really beautiful set to give as a gift all together. You might know somebody who's shut in, and they might get a little sweet treat in the envelope pouch, and maybe a journal and a little note card where you write some sweet things to them. So I'm just going to move these out of the way because, like I said, I've already kind of opened up one kit, and I've got us set up for getting started today. So we're just gonna move on ahead with that. These are the address pages that came out of the kits, and so I want to make sure I have it handy because we're going to do some stamping off, and I like to keep this clean. Let me move this. I was going to grab my glue dots out of here because did not get those out earlier. So we have that. All right. So, all right. So let's begin with the two projects that the kit created. That was designed by Stampin' Up for this kit. And so I'm just getting my instructions back out. I put those away um, for us because I like to try and follow along in case anybody has any questions. So feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. So, all right, so we're going to start with the little note card. And I love these little pouches that I found on Amazon. They're very handy when I keep things together. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized so I don't take up as much time here trying to get things together. And so I'm going to get my bone folder out. So I'm just going to burnish the score line of this note card. And again, this is 3.5 by 3.5. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's paper looks almost like it is some kind of texture, almost like a little bit of a hide of some sort that they took a photograph and then made paper out of it. It's really very beautiful. And then the envelopes that go with this, look at this gorgeous design. Now it only goes on the front part of, it only goes down this side. The other side, I don't know if you can see or not. Oh, it's just white right here. So we just have, maybe with some alternates, we have this space here to work with that will create some alternates. But for now, this is our envelope. And so for this card, we are going to do some stamping. And so we have our little sentiment out. And we have the die cuts that we need for our project, and I'm just setting those aside. And I'm going to use this paper that came with the, 'cause it's nice and heavy, so it won't bleed through too much. All right, so we're going to be using Lost Lagoon. And so let me get my ink out. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, like, I want to do some re-inking on this before we get started. And so if you've ever needed to re-ink, I thought I could show you guys how I do that. And so I'm just putting a few drops around, and look at it, it's absorbing. It needed some re-inking. So I've just put some ink on there, and then I have a spoon here that I use, and I'm just gonna basically move it around in here to kind of get it all situated and more evened out on the ink pad, and that will help when we use it. So that's how I ink my re-ink, I should say, my stamp pads, in case you're wondering. So, and then I just throw that spoon out because I don't need to keep it. So we are going to use the sentiment they have us using is with love and gratitude. So let's see, I believe that's this one. Yes. So we have love and gratitude, and then we're going to use the leaves that are in the set, and they are gorgeous. So let's do our sentiment first. So I'm just going to put it here, and the tags are very pretty because they have this foil on them. So let me just confirm that I'm getting a good ink, and it looks really good. I already stuck my finger in there. So there we go. And I just hold it for a little bit. I find it gives much clearer image whenever I do that. So there, isn't that a beautiful sentiment? I love the fonts. Oh, you're trying to, oh yeah, I know it's hard. I'm probably gonna make more A2s than I will of the gift card size, Peggy. Just, if you want to know what I'm thinking. And it just really depends if you have a need for it. Okay. Like if I was having a little gathering and I was having people over, then I would definitely use them that way. But I don't have anything like that. So, all right. So we're just going to do some stamping around the edge of this card base. And we're just going around the edge, giving some more character to this background piece. And I'm just going to turn it a little bit this way. And there we go. And so basically now you can see it's tone on tone. Tone on tone. So if you're like me and you're saying that you don't have people coming, I just think it would be nice to have cards to be able to send to those people that I don't get to see all the time, to maybe just, say either Happy Thanksgiving or just tell them something that you're grateful for, that why you feel grateful for them, I guess. Okay, so that's our piece. There's so many people in our lives. We're just, they come and go so quick sometimes, and we don't always think to take the time to say how much we appreciate them. So I think these would be beautiful for that. All right, I need my pick tool because I like to use that for these glue dots. So I'm just getting a few glue dots out and putting it on to the gold leaf piece that we're going to be putting down onto the card base. And I'm just placing them a little bit strategically so that the dots won't show or the adhesive won't poke through. I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh my God, I think I stopped it. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, I just knew it was coming. Um, so I've been having some bad allergies this week, and I just keep hoping we're gonna get some cooler weather because that will probably really help it. All right, so we're just putting this up towards the top of the card. So as you can see in the description here, the leaves are almost touching the top here. So that's where I've placed it. Okay. And then we're going to put the greenery on. And so we have, it says to put 4 glue dots on this. So let's just do what we can to follow their guide. And and I really like the take your pick tool. If you haven't ever used one, I mean, I really use that end to pick these off. I, don't feel like I can ever really do it with my fingernails. And when I do try to, I just get super frustrated with them. So, all right, so now we are going to put this down onto the card. So as you can see, the stamping we did is just going to pop out under there, and it's just going to be, like these pumpkins are coming right out of the forest. Right out of the forest. So, okay, so next we are going to put our sentiment on, and it's going to go right up here. Actually might do that last because I don't want to have to worry about spacing. So where are my dimensionals? Here we go. All right, so we have these small dimensionals for this, and let's just see here. We're just putting 3 of them on, kind of in a triangle, which is normally how we do it. So, yep. easy peasy. I'm making a little pile of all these little covers because they drive me bananas. All right, so this is just going up here like so. All right, so now that has dimensionals. Now this one's going to get placed on top of it. So we do not need a dimensional up in this corner. We only need it out here on this edge. So I'm going to maybe hold my fingers where I'm going to put a glue dot. Okay, and for placement, it's hard to see, isn't it, on this table with the white. All right, so let me get this off of here, and I rather take these off the same way because, like I said, I just seem to struggle with that. All right, so now this is going right there on the edge. All right, so it's literally at the bottom of this card like that. And so now we are going to put on the sentiment, which gets glue dots for it. All right, and we're going to put 3 glue dots on here. And then we will put this down, and that will be our first project. Now, this is just going to go right up here like this. I'm going to make sure I've got it straight. Did I get it straight? I think I've got it a tiny bit crooked. I'm going to see if I can turn it a little. There we go. There we go. So there's our first card based on the design in the project kit. And so I hope that you like this one, and we'll stick around and see what else we have in store. But as you can see, it's going to look gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous inside that envelope. So yay. And I'm excited to just make other things with the products in this kit. So just gonna sweep these out of the way, and we will move to our next project, which the first part is going to be putting together that box, and then the second part is going to be putting the design on it. So one of the things, I guess, when you just have images to create a box of some sort, it kind of leaves out some of the things you might need to do in advance of doing those images. And so this is come all together. It is sealed on one space here. And so there's lots of score lines. All right. It's already pretty good folded on that particular score line, but we're gonna go around and we're gonna burnish all the other score lines, which is not something that the instructions really tell you to do, but I feel like it's going to make putting your box together so much more easier. Okay, and so there's a score line going down the center here, and so I'm just really putting that, making sure those meet up well before I come in and press that down. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Now I'm not going all the way down because there's like a little dart or a gusset, you might say, down here at the bottom of the box. Now before we get to that part, I'm going to go ahead and fold in all the bottom flaps and get that score line well done, because this paper is kind of lightweight, to be honest. And so I do think it wouldn't be very easy to miss the score mark. And then you would have your box off kilter. And so, big part of, on making a nice box is having it put together very well. And so this just is going to help. So now that I have those all put in, I'm going to just bring them back out because I think that'll help it even more. So I'm just going to kind of use my fingers and let's see, how did I do this on the one that I did already? So I'm just sort of getting in here with my fingernail and kind of pressing down on that fold line. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm just like getting into that fold line and helping that, you know, bend the way that the box is going to want it to bend. So that will give it some assistance, because basically it's gonna, you know, you're not going to really have to flatten it out. It just needs to be ever so gently folding in the direction of that score line. And so I'm just being very light with it, you know, because you don't want to press too hard or anything like that. And so we're just going around and kind of just giving it a little help to do what it wants to do, where those score lines are at. So so now we're going to you know, put it back out, and then so now that we've got all of our like fold lines going the way that we want them to, I'm going to come back over here to the box instructions and see where we need to put the tear and tape. So I've got my tear and tape here. As a matter of fact, I have spools of old, you know, older pieces that have come in our paper pumpkin. That one looks like it's almost gone. Let me use that up. So I'm going to use that first. So this has the flap up here. It's hard for you to see, but the flap. And then we are folding this up. Okay. So I'm just folding that up, and we're going to put tear tape right here. And it has us putting tear tape down here on this little flap. Okay. So I'm just going to follow the instructions. Where's the end of my tear tape? All right, so we're just putting it right up here at the edge. All right. And you just tear it off. I love tear tape, to say the truth. I don't use it all the time. It's not my favorite adhesive, but I like it better than that one with the red tape that comes off. All right, so now we are going to flip this over, okay, and we're going to put tear and tape right on this side of this flap. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the ones that we've already put tear and tape on, so it didn't have any on the inside. Okay, and then it's showing that we're using dimensionals to close this, but I'll be honest, I have like little tiny individual Velcro dots. I'm going to use that. I haven't found them yet. They're in my mess in this room, but I'm going to use those. And so that is my plan. All right. So it told us where to put the tear and tape. And so I assume we can fold this down over the top. We didn't do that one, but we'll do that very quickly here. So that we have that lined up. All right. So that, and I will tell you, my little things, when they got here, they were a little bit folded. Look here, this little edge. I'm just not going to let it upset me. You know, packaging is not our, you know, especially paper. It's hard to package paper and not have things getting messed up. So, I think before I put this together, I might like to just see how this goes. And before we glue everything together, I think I'll put this piece together, just in case I feel like I still need it to be flat for anything. So that's just my suggestion. So I'm going to set this aside for now, and we're going to do the pieces that are meant for this box. So it looks like it's pretty simple. We're going to stamp thank you onto our little labels. So let me get the thank you out over here. There we go. Let me get our ink. So we have that ready. And so that's just going to be right there. So let me just double check it's going to stamp good. Let's just do that. Yep, it's good. All right. So we're just going to put that in the center and just like that. Voila. There you go. Thank you. So sweet. So what are y'all doing today? Anything fun happening in your world? I'd love to hear. So it actually has us putting glue dots on the front of this piece, and I guess technically it's going to be hanging down, but this is the direction, so I just want to make sure I get them in the appropriate places. So one's going to go here, and they have one going on that leaf and one right here. So it's pretty much straight down the center of the gold leafing piece. And so then this is just going to lay right on top of it. So it's just going to lay right on top of that piece like so. All right. So now we have those two pieces put together. Now, I don't necessarily love that it completely covers up like all of this gold leafing and stuff, but we're doing the project the way, then we get to do whatever we want, right? So now this is going to get put on with some glue dots. And so let me get my glue dots, and we're just going to put a few here as so, and that will take care of that. And so it looks like it's just going on the flap, which is going to work out fine. So I think we can go ahead and put our box together. So let me see if I can get these off of here easy with this tool. And there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this one off and just there we go. All right, so we're gonna fold in the two sides first. All right, and I'm gonna put that down. So just want to get the two sides in so we can make sure that we are keeping things square. Okay, and so that looks good. Whoops. Let's just make sure we're getting things squared up. And all right, so got this put together. And so now I'm just going to take my ruler and go in here and press down on the bottom of this to get all those things touching all where the glue was holding. So now we have a nice firm little box. Okay, so there you have it. It looks very clean and nice on the bottom, all squared up. This is going to go here. That little piece that's folded is going to get covered up because I'm not liking it very much. And so then we're going to put some glue dots on the back of this to put it down on our box. Okay. You played golf and then you took it easy. Wow. All today. Wow. Awesome. You're going to watch some baseball. Do you have a favorite team? Who's your favorite team? I have to say, I'm, lived in Houston for a long time, so I'm an Astro fan. But, sometimes you're not always loving your team, right? They're just still my team at heart, I guess. Who's your favorite team? I'd love to know, Peggy. All right, so we put on our little glue dots, and now this is just going to go right onto this flap, just like that. So now that's all pressed down, and then the sentiment is just going to go right over the top of these leaves. So let's see if I can get these off of here without too much things troubling me. All right, so that's just going to go right there. Right there. Phillies. Oh. That's nice. Okay, look at that. Isn't that a sweet bag? Now, y'all, this bag is like a good size. This is 3.5 inches across, and it is 5 inches tall. You could fit a good amount of things in here. You could fit a pair of socks. You could put some salted caramels. You could put some chocolates. You could put a number of things in here because of the size of it. Now, the little gift card does not fit. The gift enclosure card, that does not fit inside, okay, because it's really too big. I suppose if you put it at a diagonal, you might get it in there, but I don't think so. So those are the projects that are in the kit. So you used to watch baseball and hockey, love both. So the Blue Jays. I actually grew up in Buffalo until I was 10. Okay, so Buffalo, New York, and so we, my whole life, my dad was a diehard Bills fan. And I did ice skate as a young girl, and loved hockey. Have been to a few hockey games here. We have like a little, and when I lived in Houston anyway, there was a little team, I don't know, like a AAA baseball team, kind of hockey team. And so I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think your team is your team. That's why I say, I'm still an Astro fan. I used to go to the games when I was younger a lot and collected baseball cards. I really liked that a lot. So, okay, let's get into our couple of alternates because we've already been here a bit. So I'm hoping we can breeze through these. So I am going to do another little pouch just to show you something. I saw some similar idea that I happened across, and I thought it was really kind of nice. So I thought I'd share it here as well. So we're going to do basically the same thing, but I've brought into this, into our day, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Oh, try to be organized. This is the 3D distress tile embossing folder. This is so beautiful, y'all, and it just makes so much sense to be put with these elements because this all looks very vintagey. And so if you can see the embossing on this die or this embossing folder, it is just awesome. So what we've done is I still have this pouch. I'm not changing anything for now. Next week, I'm going to be cutting into these babies. I've already started to put some ideas together from earlier today. And I am going to move through this rather quickly because I feel like I don't want to take up so much of y'all's time. I really enjoy spending it with you all though. And so basically, we're just going to put this together I'm just getting it ready pretty quickly here as we've just gone through that here on the live. So let me just now put our tear and tape on where it needs to go. And I do want my little cheater one more time for myself. So it's going to go this way with this one folded up. And where is it? Swear it would bite me. Did I already stick it? No, I did not stick it back on there. Huh. All right. Well, we'll just get this other one that I had already started. They've given us so much lately. I just feel like I have all these partially used spools. I need to be using them up. I saw somebody doing that, making that comment, and I was like, I need to do that same thing. So it is a beautiful embossing folder. Love it so much. And you'll be seeing me bring it back next week when we are playing together on more of these alternates. So let's just do this real quick. If I can get these off. I don't know why I'm intending to do it without my tool, but they seem to be coming off easy. So let's see. I'm going to just try to get this together without too much off key. All right, that looks good. All right, so now I'm going to use my ruler again. That worked out really well. All right, so there's our little pouch. There you have it. But what I have is this piece we're going to put right on the front of here. So we're just going to change it up a bit. We're just making one slight change. This is just cardstock. That's all we're changing on this, but I just think it made such a beautiful difference. I had to show you guys. So this piece, I'll give you the measurements. Just give me a moment. I'll tell you the exact measurements. But if you have another die folder, embossing folder, that would work. I just think you should use that. This is one of the reasons why I should have left it laying flat. Because look what I'm doing now, trying to get this on without scrunching my bag. But I think we got it. So that's what I need to do is I'll put all the partially used packages in one place. Yes. I'm working on that. Okay, this little piece, this is actually Pebble Path cardstock, and it is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. And so as you can see, I didn't go all the way up. I didn't think it was necessary because it's going to get covered up, but I wanted it to get, up here where it looked, like it was well done, well made. And so I just think that's going to be so beautiful. I've even seen some people come and try to shave some of this off, but this is a core, like it's the color is the same throughout. So I didn't feel the need to kind of do some sanding. Um, so, basically that's why I'm not doing that, I should say. Okay, so now we're just doing what we did a few moments ago. We're gonna first put some glue dots on the front of here, okay, and just put a few of these on. That is not where I'm supposed to put it. Let's see if I could get it back off of there without too much mess up. Okay. That wasn't too bad, but man, did I place it in the wrong spot. That's what happens when you're talking and driving, at least for June. I do not do well when I am talking and driving. All right, so I think I'll put it down here because I don't know how far that goes up. All right, so I'm gonna get this off of here. There we go. See if I can get this one out of this center. There we go. All right, and now we have this one. Okay, so now we're just laying this down over the top like we did a few minutes ago. And there we go. We're covering up all of those. Now we're turning it over to put some glue dots on the back. And then we will stamp our sentiment after we put this down on the flap of the box, and we will from there add our sentiment. Is that right? Okay, yeah, there we go. Do I have a glue dot sticking out? Oh, I do. This one's down too low. Okay. Down too low. I got all that off. Yep. All right. So now let's stamp our sentiment very quickly. If I could pull all these little white specks out of the way. So we're going to put thank you on this, which is, I think, what we did on the last one. It just looks so pretty. So here we go. Yeah, those the glue dots from the kits are plentiful, right? They're not my favorite. I'm just saying I do try to use them for when we're putting together the initial projects. So you'll see me kind of move away from that next week. But I just try to keep them around just in case of emergency. I just think they roll up too easily. Whenever I'm trying to use them on a project, it feels like they just kind of roll up and before I ever get it to the project. All right, so there you have it. I mean, look at this. Look at the difference between the two, okay? Because, and like I said, I'm going to use some Velcro dots to close them. But, I mean, just that little bitty change in the one piece of paper just changed everything. So, and I love this idea because so we don't have people at our house, but we go to our family. And so if I wanted to do something for a particular person, or let's say the guys get one thing and the gals are getting another thing, I could just do different colors and nobody will know except me, right? And then I don't have to open up the boxes or anything like that. But I'm thinking these would be fun to take on Thanksgiving Day with some little treats on the inside. So, shh, don't tell anybody because I think some of them listen to my shows. So, all right, we have one more today. And I think hopefully it'll go pretty quick. So I'm just going to get all those pieces out and show you. This is a book fold with the, part of the front it opens up like a book. And so here is our card design. And so if you are one of the folks that have gotten my add-on kit, this one is a little extra for you guys, just showing you the paper and how you could use it. So here's the spine, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've scored it. I'm not going to do that on the one we're making, but I've done all these little score marks. Or I don't know, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. And then on the inside, I stamped the pumpkin on the inside. So fun little card. Thank you. I appreciate all the nice comments. That's so nice, everybody. All right. So if we're gonna do the little scoring on this, because I think it was kind of fun and added a little flair to the front of the card. Whenever I cut this, there's a little bitty score mark right here, and so I just kind of went with that. That was at a half an inch. So then I just went to the next. Actually, I did that again because it looked a little different. Let me get my cutter out of the way. All right, so I just scored, and then I went to 1 inch, and so on and so forth. So I kept moving it up, a half an inch the whole way, and until I got all the score. Oh gosh, y'all, did you see what I just did? Holy moly. Holy moly, we're going to get a new one. That was not the plan. That was not the plan. Okay, this is 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to cut 3/4 of an inch. Ha ha ha. You're going to use them for Thanksgiving. Awesome. Okay, so now I need this at 4 inches. All right. Then we are going to make sure we do not do that again. All right, guys, that was not the plan. I don't know if anybody saw me, but that was funny. Ha ha. And so not the plan. All right, these first ones are the hardest because there's nothing to hold on to. That's how you get messed up. So I'm just going down this at every half inch, and I'm doing a score line. Okay. And basically, it's only 4 inches, so it's about 8 score lines. All right. And this is an easy way to make your score lines in the papers work out for you. So then I basically took at 1/4 of an inch long ways, I did a score line, and then I turned it over and did another score line at the 1/4 inch. I have to get that to lay right. There we go. And so it gave us just a fun little edge with all these little lines on it, so that it's so hard to see. I don't know why I cannot get this to focus. I need to research that more because it seems like autofocus is not the right path. Okay, so we have this is 4 1/4 by 11, and we have it scored at 5 1/2 and then at 6 1/2. Okay, so we are folding this down at the 5 1/2 mark, and then the 1 inch more is going to get folded back like this because it's making like a book. Okay, so super easy. And let I'm sorry, but I've got to get a drink. I needed that. Okay, so that's our piece for the front. So this is just going to go right here on the spine. And that little markings just gives it a little bit of extra little flair. All right, and so this is the piece for on this side of the card. And we are going to do some stamping before we do that behind there. And then we have this piece going here. And instead of doing pumpkins, I'm doing just the greenery on this one. And so I just need to grab one of the gold pieces out of the box because I realized I did not grab the piece I intended to grab. Okay, so we have that. Now I want to keep these little pieces I did pull out, but all right, so we have just a little bit of stamping to do. And where is my sentiment tag? Do I need one of those too? Looks like it. So now we have that. All right. So we are going to stamp our sentiment. We're using Grateful for You. Is that this one? Grateful for You. Yes. Okay. So we have, again, our Lost Lagoon out. And I just want to make sure we're going to get a good, yeah, that's good. All right. So we're just putting that in the center here, like that. Grateful for You. And now we're going to do some of the leaves image around the edge up here like we did a few minutes ago. So again, we're just changing this up slightly to be a larger A2 card, okay? So that's what we have going on here. And I'm just putting things around the outside edge on the bottom and the right edge, okay? I'm not going to be going anywhere else at this time. I don't think that's necessary, okay? And so that's that part of the card. All right. Now I did do earlier, I did stamp onto the spoil paper, and I'm going to do it again. If we have to wait to put everything together, I will. But maybe if I stamp off first, then do it. It won't take as long to dry. It kind of took a long time to dry. So, because the foil paper is a bit, has a bit of a shine to it, but I liked how it came out. And so, because of the shine or the slick nature of it, you're not going to get like the most perfect stamped image, but I like how it turned out, just to be a little hint behind there. And so as you can see, there you have it. So look, I messed up my paper. I didn't want to do that, but I did it anyhow. Oh my goodness, help us. Okay, so, oh, look what I just found, my other tear and tape. All right, so now I think we can put our card together. But I am going to do one more thing that I didn't do last time. So here I put twine, and it's on the inside of here, but I think I'm going to put it in the spine this time. So let me find my twine. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Actually, I think maybe we'll use this ribbon. This is the ribbon from the add-on kit. It's so pretty. It really is. I know this is a bit of a long piece, but it'll be nice. All right, so I'm just putting my ribbon in there before I put the glue on to this edge. Okay, and so I'm just getting that glued up, and I want to keep my ribbon inside that edge. Okay, before we put it down. So just gonna go like that. All right, so now it's gonna be glued inside there. Oh, thanks, Peggy. I know it, it was, you just put things down, you think it's perfect place, and 5 seconds later you learn it's not. Okay, so that's there. Now this is going to go on top of here, just like that. So we're going to glue that piece down. And again, this is 3/4 inch by 4 inches, and it is taken from the card bases in the kit. All right. So far, the only thing we've added is the card base, which is Lost Lagoon, and this ribbon. Okay. So we have that, and we're going to tie a bow right up here. So like so. And this ribbon is very nice and easy to work with. It's 1/4 of an inch wide, but you can play around with it and get it the way you want it. And so I'm just doing, that's going to be a little bit bulky. What if we just did a little tie? Just a little tie. I'm going to waste some ribbon here, but that's okay. I think just doing a little tie right here would be perfect. So we don't need a lot. And then it won't be too bulky inside the envelope. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I can use these for something else, so I won't get rid of them. Okay, I think this is dry now. So the stamping off was the way to go with that. And so it's going to go down right here. Here's our, what we're kind of creating. It's not exact because I don't like to do the same thing over and over. I guess you guys have probably figured that out. So Wanda, is that you? You're going to use them on Thanksgiving? One for your nephew and his bride? Oh yeah, that's awesome. I think that's such a great idea. I don't know why I'm getting a little pop-up box. I don't like when I can't see. Okay, so we got that put down, and so now where's my little strip? Here it is. So we're just putting this little strip on. So this piece measured, I forgot to tell you. So that piece is 4 inches by 3 3/4 inch. Okay, 4 inches by 3 3/4, and this is 1 inch by 4, I believe. I'll just double check it, but I think this was the 4. Yep, 4. 1 inch by 4 going across there. Okay, and then we are going to have this come up and that, just like that. With our sentiment, I guess going across there. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. All right, so let's try this direction. And then I can put that down further and then put that over the top. That I like better. Awesome. All right, so let's get some glue on here because this is no longer the need to use dots. I prefer the green glue. So I'm just putting a few dots on here. Yeah, for Thanksgiving, it's going to be perfect, I think. All right, so we have that going there. It's just poking up over that edge. We have the little bit behind there that you're going to see stamped, which I love. And then this is going to go right up here. Actually, more this way. Yep. All right, so I'm going to use dimensionals for this one. Because I just think it should be a little bit raised for this. Just like that. There we go. Yep. Awesome. And then we just are going to put dimensionals on the two ends since this is going to cross over the stems that are at the bottom. Just like that. And then we will be done. Oops, there we go. All right, so I'm trying to just make sure I got this on the ground. There we have it. All right, so that's our outside of the card. All right, so just a little bit different, but the same design for all intents and purposes, just a little different. And then on the inside, we're going to put a pumpkin. So let me get the Lost Lagoon again out. And where's my pumpkin? Here it is. All right, so we're going to stamp off and put him right in here. That's a good job. And then, you know, I'm going to do on this one, Mossy Meadow for this stem. Just because I'm trying something new. So I don't think I need the full strength of it. There we go. Very nice. So that's going to get glued on the inside, and that will wrap up our card. So we have made 4 projects. The 2 projects that the kit makes, and 2 alternate projects to get you started. And then, of course, we'll be back next week with more fun projects. I'm going to scoot things out of the way here so we can get our fun things put out here. And so we have that, and we have this. Oh, look, here we go. We have all of these beautiful fun things that we've made today. Oh, lovely, y'all. Oh, thank you, Alicia. So good for you to join. You're so sweet. Yeah, so I just think these are going to be so fun to create with. And I have some ideas already started for next week. I will be bringing back the embossing folder. We'll probably be taking apart some envelopes and some pouches just for next week. So thanks so much for joining. And if you do like any of the products from today, please, if you can, use my host code. This is my current one. And there are links in the description for shopping in my store. Thanks, Peggy. Oh, thanks. Y'all are so sweet. I love all the kind messages that y'all leave me. So I hope y'all have a great week ahead, and I will see you next time. Bye.